Why saying no after 70 could add years to your life. Harvard geriatric research explained, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without Buddha. The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. William James, welcome to the Golden Years Wisdom Channel, where we honor the journey you've traveled and the wisdom you've earned. Today's video explores the delicate balance between kindness and self-protection in your precious golden years. We understand that after decades of giving, caring, and nurturing others, you deserve to protect your peace and prioritize your well-being without feeling guilty. If you find value in our insights today, please subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support allows us to continue creating meaningful content that celebrates and enriches this beautiful season of life. Now, let us explore together how protecting your peace isn't selfishness. It is essential self-care that you have rightfully earned. The wisdom of emotional boundaries, finding peace through selective engagement. Margaret, at 85, spent decades as the emotional cornerstone of her extended family, absorbing everyone's troubles until her doctor noticed her health declining. You can care without collapsing. Her doctor advised words that transformed Margaret's approach to relationships. She learned that emotional boundaries aren't walls but necessary filters that protect her well-being while still allowing love to flow. The wisdom of selective engagement isn't about growing cold. It's about growing wise. When you choose which emotional battles deserve your energy, you preserve your strength for what truly matters. This isn't selfishness, it's the recognition that your emotional health is sacred, especially now. By practicing this gentle detachment, you create space for genuine joy instead of perpetual exhaustion. The honor of saying no, reclaiming your time with grace and confidence. Thomas, at 78, always prided himself on being available whenever family called. Yet he began noticing a pattern. The more he gave, the more was expected, leaving little time for his own passions and rest. With gentle firmness, he started declining requests that drained rather than fulfilled him, and discovered that respect flows to those who value themselves enough to set limits. Your time is your most precious currency, and spending it wisely isn't selfish, it's necessary. When you say no to obligations that deplete you, you're saying yes to your well-being, your joy, and activities that truly nourish your spirit. Those who truly love you will understand without explanation. Those who protest reveal relationships that may need reassessment. Remember, boundaries aren't rejection. They're protection for the life you've worked so hard to build. Selective empathy, caring deeply without carrying all. Eliza turned 83 last spring and had always been known as the neighborhood confidant. Everyone brought their troubles to her doorstep, and she absorbed each story as if it were her own burden to carry. Gradually, she noticed her sleep suffering and her anxiety rising. Her heart was too open without filters. Today, Eliza listens compassionately, but has learned to release what isn't hers to solve. Selective empathy means choosing where your compassion goes and for how long it is, the understanding that feeling everything deeply doesn't serve you or others. You can offer wisdom and support without becoming a vessel for others' pain. This discernment allows you to maintain your emotional equilibrium while still being present for those who truly need you. Your empathy becomes more meaningful when it comes from a place of strength rather than depletion. The sanctuary of time, creating space for what truly matters. Dorothy, at 92, looks back on her journey with clarity that only comes from experience. I spent 70 years being punctual for everyone else's needs while being late for my own. She reflects. Now, her calendar reflects her values: time for morning meditation, afternoon walks, and evenings with books or select friends who fill her cup rather than drain it. Your time becomes increasingly precious with each passing year. Honor it accordingly. Schedule your days around what brings genuine joy, restoration, and meaning rather than obligation. Notice which interactions leave you energized and which leave you depleted, then adjust accordingly. Creating a sanctuary of time isn't about isolation. It is about intentional connection and meaningful solitude that nourishes your spirit in these golden years. The freedom of release, finding peace through letting go. William celebrated his 87th birthday with a ritual. He wrote down all the outcomes. He could not control his adult children, his choices, others' opinions, the changing world, and symbolically released them to the wind. I spent decades believing worry was preparation, he explains, only to discover it was merely suffering in advance for things that often never happen. There exists profound freedom in releasing what you cannot control. Your wisdom has taught you that life rarely follows our careful plans, yet somehow finds its way regardless of our worrying. When you detach from managing outcomes that aren't yours to determine, something beautiful happens. Your mind quiets, your heart lightens, and present moments become more vivid. This isn't surrender. It's the mastery of acceptance that comes with genuine wisdom. The courage of authenticity, living truthfully in your golden years. Sophia, approaching her 90th birthday, made a declaration to herself. No more pretending. After years of agreeable nodding and polite tolerance, she decided her remaining years were too precious for anything but truth. She speaks her mind with kindness, expresses her needs without apology, and no longer attends gatherings that drain her spirit, just to please others. The privilege of your years has earned you the right to authenticity. Embrace it fully. There's quiet power in speaking your truth, sharing genuine feelings, and living according to your values rather than others' expectations. When you stop performing and start being, relationships may shift, but those that remain become deeper and more meaningful. Your authenticity becomes an inspiration to younger generations, showing them that freedom comes from honoring your true self. The art of mindful presence, embracing each moment with awareness. Joseph, at 95, practices what he calls tea ceremony living, treating each activity, no matter how small, with full attention and appreciation. When I wash dishes, I only wash dishes. When I listen to music, I only listen to music, he explains. This practice has transformed his perception of time, making even ordinary days feel rich and expansive. Mindful presence is perhaps the greatest gift you can give yourself in these golden years. When you fully inhabit each moment, feeling the warmth of sunshine, savoring the taste of food, listening deeply to loved ones, time seems to expand rather than contract. This awareness doesn't require special training or perfect health. It simply asks that you notice what is already here. In cultivating this presence, you discover that even difficult days contain moments of unexpected beauty. Conclusion: as we close our time together, remember that protecting your peace isn't selfishness, it's wisdom. The boundaries you set, the no you speak, the selective engagement you practice, these aren't signs of growing cold, but of growing wise. You've earned the right to prioritize your well-being after decades of caring for others. We invite you to share in the comments how you've found balance between kindness and self-protection. What boundaries have brought you peace? How have you learned to say no without guilt? Your experiences may be exactly what another viewer needs to hear today. Let's create a community of support where we celebrate and honor each other's journeys. Until next time, may your days be filled with peace, purpose, and the quiet joy of living authentically. The afternoon of life is just as full of meaning as the morning. Only its meaning and purpose are different. Carl Jung, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis.